22 Jump Street. Now, 22 Jump Street is the sequel to 21 Jump Street that came out in 2012. Now, 21 Jump Street was my favorite comedy of that year. So now we got the sequel. Now the sequel is pretty much the same plot as the first one. Now a lot of people may be hesitant that it's the same plot as the first one because of other comedies that did the same exact thing, like The Hangover 2. Yeah. Now unlike The Hangover 2, this comedy is very self-aware. It knows what type of comedy it wants to be and it doesn't. Unlike The Hangover 2, where it treats its fans like, it's a comedy, you enjoyed the first one, you enjoy the second one. It treated its fans kind of stupidly doing the same thing. But with this movie, it's different because it knows what type of comedy it wants to be. And honestly, I really had a good time with this movie. Now, this movie stars Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Now, for me, honestly, Jonah Hill, along with Seth Rogen, is one of my favorite comedic actors working today. Honestly, throughout all his movies that I've seen in recent memory, the only movie I really haven't liked of his is Get Him to the Greek, because I thought it really wasn't that funny. But other than that, Jonah Hill has a good batting average towards me when it comes to his movies. Now, this movie also stars Channing Tatum as well. And Channing Tatum is coming into his own as a comedic actor, and he has good comedic timing and good chemistry with Jonah Hill. And you can just tell that they really enjoy doing these type of movies. And this movie also stars Ice Cube. Now, Ice Cube, for me, was a scene stealer in this movie. There are a lot of twists and turns in this movie that you don't see coming, but once it comes out, Ice Cube steals the show, and it's just laugh out loud funny because he was hilarious in this movie. A lot of people may get irritated by him, but I thought it fit just right for what this movie called for, and he was hysterical. I mean, he has some of the best parts in this movie. Now, like I said before, the plot's the same for the first one, and usually with movies like that, they don't feel too well. But this movie does it differently where, even though it's the same plot, it's different in this way where, even though the characters go through the same things, but it's reversed. Whatever Jonah Hill's character went through in the first movie, it switched with Channing Tatum's character in this movie. And I like the fact that they play on that, because you can easily do the same thing. But of course, when you go into a sequel doing the same plot, you can't do easily the same thing over and over because it gets dead real fast. And I like that the fact that they switch things up, that the characters change positions or change character arcs from the first movie into this movie. Now, this movie's not as fun as 21 Jump Street, but I still had a great time with it. And honestly, with a plot like this, you really can't do anything different but change the setting. But for what they did by changing the setting, I thought was really good because the performances in this movie really drive the movie. From Ice Cube to Channing Tatum to Jonah Hill. They give the movie its flavor. And some of the cameos in this movie was really funny. The ending credit scenes was hilarious in my book. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. So like I said before, this movie is not as fun as 21 Jump Street or as funny, but it's still a good fun time. And I'm going to give 22 Jump Street a good strong 3.5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, it's a real fun time at the movies. And I definitely think if you're a fan of the first 21 Jump Street, you'll definitely enjoy this. So, guys, if you've seen 22 Jump Street, let me know what you guys think of it. So as always, guys, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.